Yeah, it was. We were in the game all the way, till we didn't get the onside kick. Um, I thought the defense played very well. We gave up the one long ball in the first series, and that was more of a coverage call weakness thing. Um, wasn't that Antonio couldn't run with the guy; he just was a little late on reacting to the route, what he was getting, and he just lost a step for a little bit. And it took a little bit longer to regain that step. He can run, Howard can run, and so to keep the box a little bit tighter, sometimes I'll do that. They were giving me a personnel set that I liked that coverage against, and then they broke the set with that personnel, meaning they gave me a formation that wasn't in that personnel set that I had broke down during the game. So after that play, I went away from that coverage and played things a little more basic, and we were fine. We were really good on defense for the rest of the day. And then the other big play that we gave up was that counter that they ran. It was getting in the middle of the fourth quarter, and we were down by 2 scores, and it was 2nd and 10. And I guess they might take a shot at us. Try to put it away. It was 14-0, and they were having difficulties moving the ball on us too at times. So we ran a safety off the edge and brought a backer up the inside, and then they ran it. They had a good call. They had a good call for it. They gap schemed us down and ran a counter, what I call a counter, and we just didn't get one of the ends down flat enough to catch the thing, and it sprung inside in the A gap. And there was about that much room. The kid made a real nice cut in there, and that was one. Those 2 plays are the only plays I regret in calls. And it was 70 plays we had, and I feel good about 68 of the calls on defense. I always want perfect, but when you look at it, that's football. And if I got 2 calls that I regret, I can live with that. And then, sometimes, you just got to the players got to execute a call no matter what and when they play for you. But I was happy with the defense. We gave up 5 explosive plays, 3 passes, and 2 runs for the whole game. And so we're playing good defense. Offense, we were just a disaster most of the day. Their inside, their 3 technique and their nose gave us fits all day. And then their ends ran around us, and their secondaries, they covered us. We couldn't breathe. And then when we did have a chance to catch a ball, it would have had to be a big catch, but we got to make those plays more often than we don't make them. And then we were off in the throwing game. We had some routes that we didn't take advantage of throwing the ball to, and then when we did throw the ball to the right route, we had some errant throws. And so we got to play better in the box. The offensive line's got to be better, and our quarterback's got to play better. Our receivers got to get open, and they got to make more big catches. I thought the backs played well. Running backs played real well. Punt coverage was really good, especially compared to last year against them. Nate Courtier had 2 big or 3 big returns against us last year. He had 4 returns against us in this game for 2 yards. Kickoff coverage, very good. Kickoff return, we want better. We're sloppy, lethargic a little bit with the blocks. And then in punt return, we had some things set up. The ball was hard to handle. It was kind of erratic kicks and things like that. And so we have plenty to work on. I talked to a good friend of mine, Jan Corliss. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Jan. Jan played here at Northern for Coach Sandona and probably Coach Dotch and those guys. And he was a long-time coach in Division I, and he's always been a real good friend of mine. I've always loved Coach Corliss ever since I met him. I was a GA at Northern when I first met him. And then he was at Northwestern, and he's been Wake Forest and Eastern Michigan. He's head coach at Southern Illinois. He's been at a number of other stops. But I talked to him after the game. He caught me when I was walking out. I had blood all over my shirt from Dudek. And he's kind of making fun of me. It was a rough one, huh? I said, oh yeah. He said, well, he was at the game, and he knows football. And he said, Coach, you just got to stay with it, and people got to give you time because the program is heading the right way. And he said to me, when the defense is playing good, which we are, you always have a chance because the offense will come around. But to be honest, if you don't play good defense, if you're not playing good defense, you have no chance. And we are playing, for the most part, pretty sound defense and doing pretty well. Our kicking game has been okay, probably better than okay. It's been pretty dang good. We only missed a field goal that we needed to have last week, and so other than that, we've been real good in the kicking game. The offense will come. And when he reiterated that to me, I was, I felt good about, all the blood on my shirt. Which didn't come out, by the way, so that's ruined. You on the boundary, you're with the players, and it was salty out there, guys. It was salty if you were there. And guys get opened up a little bit, and I'm bumping into them on the boundary and talking to them, and stuff just gets on you and ruins your shirt. So it was a bloody day, but it was a fun day. It could have been better if we'd have won, obviously. We got all the breakdowns done Sunday and Monday, and game plan and run sit today, and they're better than they've ever been. A lot better than even when I was there. They're a lot better. And it's all because of Tony. It's all because of Coach Anise. And I would tell you guys that even if he wasn't one of my close friends, even if he wasn't a friend of mine, I'd tell you the same thing. I look at a lot of these Division I programs, and they want to hire a head coach, and they want to win with the program. I think people are crazy for not hiring him. He's an elite coach. I've worked for some really good coaches. Okay, I put him right there with coaching with Gary Patterson. Y'all know who Gary Patterson is, the head coach at TCU, the inventor of the 4-2-5. Him and Dick Bumpus put it together, and I worked with those guys for 3 years. Tony is as highest skill set coach as Gary is, and he's phenomenal. And he can run that offense, guys, by himself. I've seen him do it. He's got assistant coaches to help him, but he can do it by himself. And he's just an immaculate coach, and he does a great job of getting players there, and they keep him there. I look at it as a great opportunity for us. I don't worry about this or that. I look at it as a great opportunity to make a big bang, and that's how we look at this game. They're strong everywhere. Their offensive line is better than I've ever seen it. Their running backs are phenomenal. Marvin's still back there, and they got 2 other guys that are really good when they get in. They got J. Rue. J. Rue's best player in college football in Division II. Last time I checked, he won to Harlan Hill last year, didn't he? And he's pretty good. Their wideouts are very good, and their slots are very good, and they've got a lot of them back. Harrington and Dion Earls, those guys were all there when I was there, and that's a long time ago, and they're still playing. And their defense, they didn't lose. I don't know if they lost a starter from last year, and so they're greased up and good.